In early October, we begin seeing scrapes, which is a great place to inventory your bucks. Obviously, big scrapes, you know you're going to get a ton of nighttime pictures, but usually every mature buck that's on the farm will come in at some point, at least so you can inventory them and see how many are there. Kicker was a buck that did that exactly. Showed up on a scrape. Never daylighted. I never had a daytime picture of him, and usually when that happens to me, that tells me that deer's not staying on the farm or not close. I don't usually invest a lot in those deer, but it's nice to know they're in the area. The rut brings crazy things out in whitetails, as we know. Kicker was a buck that we knew we would take if we ever had the opportunity, but he wasn't the buck that I went in and absolutely tried to pattern just because I didn't think it was worth the time with him not daylighting at all.
All right, it's October 17th. We are in central Missouri trying to fill a bow tag. Got some cool weather coming up next 10 days. We've seen a lot of buck activity in this farm, specifically and by this stand a lot. So we're gonna get our stuff together, get in here. It's about 3 o'clock now, so we got a couple hours, but gonna get in here and see if we can't get something killed tonight.
So we're in this tree. It's it is pretty warm. It's probably in the 50s, and not a lot happening. Hadn't even seen a deer yet. Been there about an hour and a half, and really we felt like we should at least start seeing does by this time. So I went to rattle, try to make something happen. It's a great time to do it. If the scrapes are established, that means the bucks are already starting their territory stuff for the rut. Trying to establish some dominance. So I thought we'll give it a whirl, try to rattle a little bit, see if we can't get the interest sparked in one of these big bucks. So as this buck's working in, I'm looking at the clock. I know I have 30 minutes of shooting light left, but the problem is the camera settings have to be right in order to show that. This is a situation where that wasn't the case. I had a new camera guy, did a great job, but just the incorrect camera settings in that situation ended up taking the deer and the footage looking a lot darker than it truly was. So in my eyes, the buck comes in, works perfect. I ask him if he's got him. He says he does. I let the Matthews go, and the buck's down. I'm super excited about it. I got 2 bucks down now, and we go back and look at the footage, and it's dark. So come to find out, the camera settings were a little off. They were set up for highlight and just normal daytime, and when he was in, it was a little low. And all it takes is one setting to be off on a camera, and it looks a lot darker than it really was.
All right, guys. Well, this is I thought this was a buck we call Two-Face, but it's not actually. It's a new buck we call Kicker that showed up last week on a scrape. We didn't know how much to invest in him. We knew he was a heavy old deer. Had some trash, as you can see. He's got kickers off of both his twos on both sides, but we didn't know how much to invest in him, so we put him on the hit list. Thought, hey, if he shows up, we're definitely going to take that deer, but didn't really plan on seeing him. Hit the horns together tonight. We had some farmers come in and actually bale the hay in the pasture below us, so we didn't know what the night was going to be, and actually, he was the only deer we saw all night.